The European Council President had hoped to grab the attention of Brexiteers without a plan for Britain's EU divorce, but instead caused widespread outrage. During an interview with Polish news channel TVN24, Mr Tusk maintained that not everyone on the British side had been entirely rational. Mr Tusk was referring to his remarks at a press conference with Irish Premier Leo Varadkar in Brussels 2 weeks ago, during which the eurocrat pondered what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it out safely. Brexiteers in Britain were infuriated by Mr Tusk's comments that only acted to further deteriorate relations with Brussels. Those who promoted Brexit, they did not, in fact, believe in their victory, so did not prepare themselves in the slightest degree for this victory, the European Council President told TVN24. My words were strong, but I deliberately used this exaggeration to get the attention of who's who are really responsible for the fact that now all of us on both sides of the English Channel live in suspense when it comes to Brexit. Mr Tusk also bemoaned the continued decision by MPs to oppose Theresa May's EU withdrawal deal. He said, "Together with Prime Minister Theresa May we prepared a very good and safe deal, and it appeared the British reject it and do not propose anything instead." Brexit news. Donald Tusk reveals his hell jibe was an exaggeration. Image Getty. Not all the behavior on the British side is rational on this issue. I must say that brutally, Mr Tusk suggested he could support the lengthy extension of Britain's EU membership in order to avoid a no-deal scenario if the British do not manage to prepare a sensible variant of the Brexit project. There is always the possibility of dragging the negotiations over in time. That's better than divorce without agreement, which would be expensive for everyone, above all for London, but also for the other 27 partners. On Thursday, Jean-Claude Juncker warned he is not very optimistic that a Brexit deal is possible after meeting with Mrs May this week. The European Commission President said, "If no deal were to happen, and I cannot exclude this, this would have terrible economic and social consequences in Britain and on the continent, but I am not very optimistic when it comes to this issue." He added, "I didn't intend to address the Brexit issue anymore because I have something like a Brexit fatigue, you know. Because this is a disaster." During the afternoon, Attorney General Geoffrey Cox and Brexit Secretary Stephen Barclay met with Michel Barnier, the EU's chief negotiator, in a bid to reopen the withdrawal agreement to adjust the deal to secure the support of MPs. A UK government spokesman said the pair discussed the positions of both sides and agreed to focus on what we can do to conclude a successful deal as soon as possible, but Brussels sources immediately rejected Mr Cox's reported plan that allows a unilateral exit mechanism from the backstop with a 12-month notice period. One EU diplomat familiar with the Brexit negotiations said Brussels would put two fingers up to the proposals if suggested by the Attorney General.